Tahniah! Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all the teachers, parents, and my dear students. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. So let's begin our session with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. And for the non-Muslims, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Okay. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, and as well as those who are new to the live classes. So how is everyone doing today? My prayer that everyone is doing fine, and I am sure all of you have been eagerly waiting for today's class. But before that, let me introduce myself. I am Cikgu Zanaria, aka Cikgu Zana, as your moderator for today. We have teacher Emily Im, our host controller, and last but not least, our presenter, teacher Wan Zanaria, Muhammad Jahaya from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. So for the record, we are now live on Teacher Wan Zanaria channel. So as a sign of support for Teacher Wan's hard work in preparing today's lesson, please subscribe to her channel. As usual, the lesson will last approximately for 1 hour, and the certificate link will be given at the end of the class. So be sure to follow the class up until the end and give your full cooperation in making this class a lively one. I would also like to remind students to use appropriate language and also use appropriate profile picture, if possible your own picture if you wish to post comment on the chat box. I'm pretty sure all of you students here are excellent students who will uphold a positive classroom environment. So students, stay focused. And if you have any questions, please write on the chat box, and Teacher Wan and the rest of us here will try to provide you with the answers. Oh, by the way, please invite your friends to join today's class. So without further ado, please welcome Teacher Wan Zanaria.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you to Cikgu Zainaria. Hi Teacher Im, thank you for joining us. Hi students, how are you guys doing? Please drop a comment, which college are you from? Okay, for teachers' information, Teacher Im and Teacher Zainaria, this matriculation students is going to sit for PSPM, which is their final exam this coming Tuesday. We wish you all the best, So today will be your last classes before you sit for the exam. I really hope that you pay.
Teacher Wan is lagging. Hello, Teacher Wan, you are lagging. Okay.
Dekat YouTube okay? Suara Madam dengar? So far semua boleh drop a comment?
So far, dia tulis which college they are from. They are from KMK, KMNNS, KMK, KML. Can you please
Okay,
drop a
students.
comment whether you can hear
Okay,
Teacher Wan? Madam
okay, students.
tersekat tadi dia kata.
Okay,
Dia
now
say,
how's everything? The sound?
so how is it now, students? Can you hear? Crystal clear, Madam. KMPK. Amar Irfan.
Okay,
Boleh.
alright. So nampaknya mungkin sudah kembali okay the sound. Okay, therefore I will proceed. Okay, as you all know, today we are going to discuss differentiation involving exponential and log function. Yeah. Okay. So recall back the differentiation, finding the derivative of exponential function. Okay. So remember how the derivative, the derivative of exponential function. For example, if you having exponent, exponent x, derivative of exponent to the power of x, we give you ex, you copy first the function, and then ln, what is your base? Your base is e, and the derivative of the power. Okay, the power is x. Therefore, it give you ex, ln e will give you 1, and derivative of x will give you 1. Therefore, you will be getting e to the power of x. Okay, since ln e is equals to 1, because ln e is log base e, so log e base e give you 1. But be careful, if given to you a values, for example, 3 to the power of x, this will result 3 to the power of x ln 3, and the derivative of x will give you 1. Okay, so the answer will be 3x ln 3. Okay, I will increase your understanding by changing the power now. For example, if given to you the derivative of d dx, 3x square. Okay, let me adjust the d dx. 3x square will give you, write down the function 3x square and then ln 3, and the derivative of x squared will give you 2x. Okay, and then you rearrange 2x in the bracket 3x square ln 3. Okay, is everyone okay with that? Semua kita dah bincang kan? Okay, yes Fatimah, 3x ln 3, very good.
Yeah, Fatima said 3x ln 3. Yeah.
Okay, so if you already understand this tree and recall back what we have learned previously, so now we are solving this. So this is the question from the set given to them for teachers' information. This matriculation student, especially College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan, has been distributed 5 to 8 sets of question, and this some of the the question that I have selected will be discussed today. Even though the question that will be asked in the final exam consists of various topics, but today I am only going to discuss differentiation of exponential and log within this 1 hour, because the time is given to me only 1 hour. Okay,
Yes, and
so
1
we
hour.
will continue 3x cube. Okay, finding the derivative, the question 1, dy over dx. Okay, so dy over dx with your knowledge earlier. Okay, so this will give you 3x cube. You copy first, and then ln your base is 3, and then the derivative of x cube. Okay, you may write down like that. Okay, and then x cube will give you derivative of x cube berapa guys? 3x square. Okay, and then you just rearrange. Okay, that's your final answer. But the question want you to substitute x equals to 1. Okay. So dy over dx. Okay, when x is equals to 1, this is how you write the equation when you want to substitute. Okay, so 3, 1 square will give you 1, and then 3 times 1 is 3, and then ln 3. Therefore, our final answer will be, can you drop the comment below? Apa jawapannya?
Okay, can you leave your answer in the comment chat, in the chat box, students?
Okay, 3 times 3 will give us 9 ln 3. Let's check if there is any student respond correctly. Okay, clear?
So far, the
Okay, I
students
really
is
hope-
right to answer.
Okay, I really hope it's very clear to you.
Okay, Nur Fatima.
Okay, great,
9
Fatima.
ln 3.
Thank you.
Well done,
All right.
Fatima.
Okay,
Zari?
before okay, good. Thank you, students, for your response. Okay, before I go with this lengthy question, I would like to discuss this simpler question first before we go further on the previous question. Yeah. Okay. So given to you, y equals to exponent multiply with cos x. So bear in mind here that you have two functions. First is exponent, the second one is trigonometric function. Okay, the question wants you to show the second derivative plus 2 times the first derivative plus 2 while y give you 0. Okay, therefore obviously you have to find the first derivative and then followed by the second derivative, and you plug in into the equation given as in the question, and you have to do some simplification until you get 0. Okay, so we will do this together. Okay, the toughest part here is how are you going to simplify the function. Okay, I'm pretty sure for differentiate, students has no problem with that, but then to modify the function, it's a bit tougher. Yeah, so please pay attention. Okay, so dy over dx. Okay, dy over dx. Okay, this is your u, this is your v. Your u is e to the power of negative x. V is cos x. Your u prime is negative ex. Okay, derivative of e to the power of negative x is basically that, sama. Okay, tetapi multiply with the derivative of the power will give you negative 1. Okay, so v prime differentiate cos will give you negative sine x. Remember, differentiate sine will give you cos, differentiate cos will give you negative sine, differentiate tangent will give you secant square. I really hope that it's you still can remember the properties, yeah, the differentiation of trigonometry, basic trigonometry. Okay, so since this is a product rule because it consists of two functions, okay, dy over dx. Okay, whichever first, since it is a product rule, but if it is quotient rule, bear in mind that you have to write down vu prime minus u v prime over v square. The v must come to the front first, yeah? Okay, so now we continue. Okay, dy over dx, u v prime, e negative x, v prime is negative sine x plus u prime, uv prime plus vu prime cos x multiply with negative e negative x. Okay, by simplify this, okay, what you can see here, you can see there is a common factor, a common function that you can factor out. So here we have e to the power of negative x. This part also we have e to the power of negative x. Okay. All right. So since here we also have negative, so we will take the negative out. Okay, negative e negative x, taking the first term, this will end up with sine x plus cos x. Okay, all right, so far so good. Okay,
Yeah.
so now we are doing the second derivative. Okay, please correct me if I calculate it wrongly. Okay, otherwise we have to do it over again. Okay, so second derivative of this. Okay, now we still have two function. The first part is this, and the second part is this. So this is your u, this will be your v. Okay, your v. Okay. All right, what is your u? Your u is e negative x. So the derivative of this will give you e negative x times negative. So it becoming positive. So v prime is differentiate sine x, will give you cos x. Differentiate cos x, will give you negative sine x. Okay, hi Kak Faiza. Hi Grace. Okay, good Grace. Cos x minus sin x. Very good. Okay. All right, now combining those two, second derivative, yeah? Second derivative. So u v prime, u, what is your u? E negative x. We have to be a lot we have to pay extra attention here, ya. Dah become tedious sikit, So kena hati-hati. Our u correctly, v prime, yes, and then plus with v. What is your v? V is sine x plus cos x. Okay, and your u prime is e negative x. Okay, so do we see any common function here? Yes, we have e to the power of negative x and e to the power of negative x again. But this time teacher Wan will only factor e to the power of negative x. Since we only have e to the power of negative x over here, negatif ada satu bahagian sahaja. Sini ada, tak ada negatif. If you compare just now, for the first derivative, dua-dua ada negative. So I will factor negative as well. But this time on the second derivative, I only have exponent to the power of negative x. I don't have negative with it. So that's why I am going to factor exponent without the negative. So exponent negative x, okay, when you take this out, okay, so it gives you negative cos x plus sin x plus sin x plus cos x. So what you can see here, cos x and cos x can be cancelled out. Yeah. All right. So this will give you sine plus sine will give you 2 sine x. Okay. All right, we have done the first and second part, finding the first derivative and second derivative. Now we are going to insert into our equation. Okay. So far okay ke Kak? Slow sangat ke? All right. So now second derivative. Second derivative is, okay, we are going to substitute into the function given to you. Second one, I rewrite first, 2 dy over dx plus 2y equals to 0. So the second derivative is e negative x 2 sine x plus 2 What is your differentiation just now? To negative E negative X. Okay. Ataupun negative 2 terus Negative 2 pun we multiply siap-siap. This one, this part here, negative 2E negative X dy dx is sin X plus cos X plus 2Y. So Y, what is our Y? Recall back exponent E negative X cos X. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have, okay, apa yang you all nampak dekat sini? So ini adalah basically 2E negative X sin X minus 2E negative X sin X minus 2E negative X cos X plus 2E negative X cos X. Jadi anda semua tengok di sini, is there anything that we can cancel? Obviously yes, this and this and this one and this one. So yay, finally you managed to prove the function equal to 0. So far okay ke students? Okay, so far so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to screenshot and send it at the Telegram group, class group, okay, boleh, you may do so. Okay, thank you Najwa, thank you Harimatun. All right.
Okay, all of
Okay.
them say okay.
If you have any question, you may ask, yeah?
Yeah, you can write on the chat box.
This become tougher, Ataupun we do the question last. Kita buat ni dulu. Takut yang lain tak sempat nak discuss. Okay. So differentiating ln function, but this time your u is consists of trigonometry function. So obviously you know how to differentiate ln. I'm pretty sure that. Okay, let's recall back. Differentiate ln x. Finding the derivative of ln x will give you 1 over x. Okay, how about differentiating ln u? Ln u will give you 1 over u multiply with u prime or maybe d dx. Okay, let's say I buat d dx. D dx for function fx. So ln fx. Ln fx. So this will give you 1 over fx multiply with the derivative of the function. Don't forget. So for example, if you have ln 3x, so this will be 1 over 3x multiply with the derivative of the function, give you 3. So your answer will be 1 over x. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's see this. Okay. You have two methods. It's either you differentiate straight away or you let u. But I would suggest you to let this function as u so that you will do it correctly lah. But then it's up to you. If you can see that ln sine tangent 3x minus 5 ini as a function fx, so you're able to write down 1 over fx, it's okay. Otherwise you let it as u. So let's do this together. Question A. Okay, so let's say my u is sine tangent 3x. Tangent 3x minus 5. Okay. So differentiating this function, the trigonometry function we give you, differentiate sine, we give you cos. Cos as it is, the angle, salin dulu. Okay. And differentiate tangent, we give you secant square. 3x minus 5. And then differentiate the angle, the theta, we give you 3. Okay, now you have to rearrange. 3 always, the constant, always bring it to the front. So 3 cos tangent 3x minus 5 secant square 3x minus 5. Ataupun I boleh buat macam ni sahaja. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this. Alright. So this is our u. Okay, so now the question is y. Y equals to ln u. Y equals to ln u. Okay, differentiate this dy over dx. We give you 1 over u multiply with the derivative of u. Okay, so 1 over u is, what is your u? 1 over the whole function here. Your u is here. Okay, u is sine tangent 3x minus 5. And your u prime is this. Ataupun ini du dx. Sama je. You know that du dx is u prime. Okay, so this is this. 3 cos. So basically you just rewrite this again. Nothing you can do. Boleh simplify lagi tak? Any suggestion? Okay, is there anything that we can cancel? Tak ada. This is cos, this is sine, and this is the angle. And meanwhile, this is the angle consists of tangent and secant square. So, yeah, that's about it. So, mungkin apa yang you buat adalah you just bring this. Okay. Okay ke semua? So far alright? Okay ke Kak Zanaria?
So far, there's no question, but I think it's nearly time for iklan. Can we break now for a short while?
Okay.
Okay, students, we take a short break for the advertisement.
Okay, sure.
Alah, apa ni? PKPB lagi. SPM pula ditangguhkan. Jenuhlah nak bayar yuran tuition. Pernah dengar tentang tuition percuma? Kami di Akademi YouTuber menyediakan tuition online secara percuma kepada anda semua. Ada prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, STPM, juga untuk matrikulasi. Percuma je. Jom layari laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com.
Okay, we are back. So proceed, Cikgu Wan, with the class.
Okay. Alright, thank you Cikgu Zanaria. Okay, so students, let's see 5B. 5B. Okay. 5B, give closer attention here. Given to you ln 2 minus x over 2 plus e to the power of negative x. Okay, I will rewrite the question. Okay, question B. We are doing question B now. Y equals to 3 ln 2 minus x over 2 plus e negative x. Okay, recall back your log properties. Okay, log properties or ln properties. Okay, ln A over B will allow you to do ln A minus B. Ln A minus ln B. Okay, but if given to you like this, what you have to do? Can anyone tell me what you have to do if given to you ln A over ln B? The over part is including the ln. What you're supposed to do? For example, given to you ln x over ln 3x square. Can anyone tell me what you're supposed to do?
Yes, students, what are you supposed to do?
can you do this? X minus ln 3x square?
Teacher Wan is
Okay.
asking
Uh-huh.
ln
Okay,
x
just now,
minus ln 3x squared. Okay.
A minus B, A over B is ln A minus ln B. Okay, without the ln, without the ln, because your properties is ln AB is ln A plus ln B. That is for multiplication of the function here. If it is given to you A over B, so the properties is ln A minus ln B. But if the question give to you this like this, apa yang kena buat? Finding the derivative. Let's say the question wants you finding the derivative. So jika diberi ini, kita akan tengok inilah bentuk soalannya. Tetapi jika diberi ini, finding the derivative of this function, yes, correct.
Most of them is.
Hazel, Najwa, Muhammad Firdaus, Alia Nuraini. If given to you this function, including the ln over, so you have to do quotient rule. Quotient rule. So kena hati pastikan function di dalam ini begini atau the whole thing including the ln. Okay. Alright. So let's get back to our equation just now. Okay, we have this function. Okay, let's do this together. Okay, 3 is a constant. Okay, so since this is A over B, so you are allowed to use the log properties. So you don't differentiate yet. You do the log properties first. The non-properties implies. Okay, so this will give you minus ln 2 plus E negative X. Alright, clear? Alright. Okay, so now only you differentiate dy over dx equals to 3. Differentiating ln 2 minus x will give you, remember guys, ln u will give you 1 over u multiply with u prime. So 1 over 2 minus x, differentiate 2 minus x will give you negative 1. Okay, minus with ln u, so 1 over 2 plus e negative x. The derivative of this, the derivative of 2 will give you 0, derivative of exponent. We give you exponent to the power of negative x multiply with negative 1. Okay. Alright. So now 3 equals to negative 1 over 2 minus 1 plus, because the negative and negative will give you positive, e negative x over 2 plus e negative x. Okay. So I think that's about it. Okay. Boleh ke semua? So far okay?
Well, it looks that they understand, yes.
Alright. Okay. So perhatikan bear in mind what is given to you, whether the function consists of A over B or ln A over ln B. Okay. Alright. Do we have any other question here? Okay, I proceed to set 8 then. All right, now this time it's involving parametric equation. What is parametric equation, guys? Parametric equation, anyone? Parametric stands for an equation that have parameter on. Okay, dalam case ni we have parameter of t. Okay. So obviously, if the question wants you to do dy dx, but then your function is in terms of t, okay, you have to do the chain rule, dy over dx, but you have, again, in terms of t, so the chain rule, okay, you may put anything, but this time we are doing over dt because the function given to you in terms of t. Okay, ini okay, boleh semua? Okay, Alright, so therefore, in order for me to get dy over dx ini, I have to find dy over dt and dx over dt first. And then if I want dt over dx, I just swap it, top and bottom. Okay, so now, and I also would like to remind you, if the question want you to show, you don't straight away dy over dx and then write down t over 4. No, if the question wants you to show, you have to choose either left hand side or right hand side. In our case, we will choose left hand side, dy over dx. Okay, but before that, find dx over dt first. Okay, so dx over dt. Okay, I zoom in a bit. Okay, dx over dt is equals to, okay, differentiate 1. Okay, tak payah jauh-jauh lah, dekat sini saja. Dx over dt, differentiate 1, we give you 0. Okay, negative 2. Okay, this one, bring to the front, negative 2 times negative 2. So, becoming 4. T negative 2 minus 1, so negative 3. Okay, how about dy over dt? This one extra careful. This is your u, this is your v, or maybe you want to use t to the power of negative 1 plus, okay, sama ada you nak pecahkan ataupun you do the quotient rule. Nak buat yang mana? Nak pecahkan ke quotient rule? Whichever. Okay, let's say you want to do pecahkan. Okay, so 1 over t plus t square over t cancel out will give you t. So basically you are differentiating this function. Lagi you boleh simplify lagi. This is t to the power of minus 1 plus t. Okay, now we are ready to differentiate. Dy over dt equals to negative to the front, t negative 1 minus 1. So negative 2 plus 1. Okay. So you rearrange a little bit. T square plus 1. Okay. And maybe you samakan penyebut 1 plus t square over t square. Okay. Alright. Next, let's do a dy over dx. Okay. So dy over dx. Dy over dx is dy over dt multiply with dt over dx. Okay, dy over dt. What is our dy over dt? This negative 1 plus t square over t square times with dx dt. Okay, dx dt is 4. Okay, ini adalah 4 over t cube. Right? Because t to the power of negative 1 is 1 over t. So, itu. Okay, but then I want dt over dx. So, we swap. T cube over 4. Okay, this and this can be cancelled. So, t square minus 1 over 4. And then we have the remaining t. Okay, t dekat depan ni. And then, of course, you expand. Or maybe you can stop here, whichever lah. T cube minus t over 4. So far, alright. We've done, okay, sekejap. Okay, kita nak tengok, oh sorry. Okay, soalan suruh show. Okay, we check whether we give us the same as in the question. Yes, t square minus 1 over 4. Okay, done the first part and then now the second part. Okay, this is the first part and then now the second part. Differentiate once again, but then with respect to t, of course, because our function is in terms of t. That's why they minta d over dt. And then later on, substitute t equals to 1. Okay, d dt. Okay, maybe I would like to expand t cube. Okay, t cube minus t over 4. Okay, differentiate dulu. Okay, differentiate this. We give you Okay, let's differentiate together. 1/4 is basically the constant. Okay, differentiate t cube will give you 3t square, 3 to the front, and then minus with 1. Okay, and then d dt when t is equals to 1. Okay, now we substitute 1/4, 3 times 1 square minus 1. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2. 2/4 is 1/2. Yay! Finally, we found the answer, 1/2. Okay, you may want to screenshot this.
Yeah, Grace has answered 1/2, Wan.
Okay, yes, Grace, 1/2. Okay, how about other students? Boleh ke tidak? Did you manage to get 1/2?
The rest of the students? Yes, Nur Najwa 1/2.
Okay, good. Any question? Boleh tak? Parametric equation ni dah lama dah tinggal. But hopefully this is a revision for you.
Ramai kata boleh. Yes, dari Sofia, Amirun, Eliana, Nur Aziza, Sharina, Nur Fatima, Aini Khadijah, Amar Ifran. All say yes.
Okay, tak ramai students lelaki ni, ramai yang perempuan je ni. Ramai nak buka agaknya. Okay, alright. Okay. Maybe this is the last two question. Last two question. Okay, given. Now this time it's involving integration as well. Tetapi adalah differentiationnya sikit kat situ kan. So I pilih soalan ni supaya you nampak the relationship between the differentiation and the integration. And when given question like this, maybe you don't even have to differentiate or integrate. Tetapi kena baca soalan betul-betul. Mari kita tengok. Okay. Given the derivative of this function is gx without finding gx. So you cannot differentiate this. You cannot differentiate because the question dah cakap without finding. Without finding gx, tetapi dia suruh evaluate ini. Okay. So what you can do is you remember the relationship between the differentiation and the integration, where when the question is given to you the differentiation symbol and you integrate both sides. You integrate both sides. Okay, let's do this together. Okay, d dx x power 4 plus 4x square equals to gx. So we want to modify. We want to modify our function to be this. Our target is from gx ini nak jadikan seperti ini. Okay. So what we have here, we have the integration symbol. Okay, so now I put integration symbol over here, top. Whatever you do, you put on the left, you have to put on the right as well. Okay. So now, okay, we have dx. Okay, we have done the integrate and then we have dx. Okay, so we can modify this function to be dx power 4 plus 4x square integrate gx, and I can bring the dx to the right. Right? So the first step is integrate symbol, and then the second step you bring the x to the right. And then what else you have? Okay, this and this can be cancelled out because integrate and differentiate is integration is the antiderivative. Okay, so x power 4 plus 4x square equals to integrate gx dx. So without calculating, you already know that integrate gx dx basically will give you this. If the question asks you what is integrate gx dx, inilah jawapan dia. Without knowing gx tu apa. Okay. But then the question want you 1/2. Okay, so we compare with the question. compare with the question. Okay. So now we have 1/2. Okay, -1, 0, 1/2 gx dx. So, okay. Before that, I ambil dulu yang tadi ni, integrate gx, I tulis semula. Okay, equals to x power 4, I just swap kiri ke kanan, kanan ke kiri ya. Okay, student. Yes, Najwa, antiderivative. Okay, so now madam nak jadikan this like this question. So we have 1/2 here, 1/2. So I bring 1/2 since 1/2 is a constant. So I bring it to the front, gx dx. So whatever I put on the left, 1/2, I have also added on the right. X power 4 plus 4x square. Okay, and then integrate. The limit given to you is -1 and 0. So therefore, this is also meaning the limit given you have to find is -1 until 0. Ikut susunan upper limit 0, lower limit -1. Okay, now it's already same as in the question. Okay, now we are going to calculate 1/2 and then substitute 0 to the power 4 give you 0 plus 4 times 0 is 0. Don't forget, student always careless by making mistake, neglecting the negative here. Okay, and substitute -1 to the power of 4 will give you -1 to the power of any even number will give you positive. Okay, plus with for -1 square again will give you positive. Okay, so now 1/2 negative. Okay, don't forget this is the bracket here. Okay, -1 square is 1, so we have 1 times 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So yeah, finally the answer is -5/2. Okay, you may screenshot. Okay, so I really hope that this question clearer, becoming clearer to you. Yes, Fatimah
Yes.
Najwa Chris, -5/2.
Yes.
Okay. Sekejap, I alihkan sikit. Okay, now if you want to screenshot ya. Okay. Any question? Ada soalan? Tak ada?
Any question so far tak ada. There's no question in the chat.
Dah nak exam dah tak ada soalan dah cikgu. Pasrah je semua.
Well prepared, I suppose.
Okay. So do we have more time cikgu? Ada kan? Okay.
About 12 minutes left.
Berapa minit? Okay.
12.
So this will be the last question and it's quite lengthy juga. Mencabar juga ni. Okay, we will do it slowly. Okay, from here we can see that it consists of the first derivative and second derivative. And then the question here is exponential and ln function. But if you notice, the function that you are going to show here doesn't has any exponential function. Therefore, you tahu dah dekat situ, you may, maybe you have to write e to the power of x as a subject and inserting the function into the equation without other exponential terms. Exponential terms. So itulah dia punya cabarannya. Is the hardest part is not finding the first derivative and the second derivative, but then to simplify and modify the function as shown, as what in the question wants. Okay, so first of all, of course, obviously, we have to find the first derivative first. Okay, first derivative. So the first derivative dy over dx. Okay, this is your u. Okay, I always write down u is ex, v is ln 2x plus 1. Okay, your u prime is ex, v prime is 1 over 2x plus 1, and then the differentiation of the 2x plus 1 is 2. Okay, I straight away write down here 2. Okay, the first derivative dy over dx, is equals to u v prime. So ex to 2x plus 1 plus with v ln 2x plus 1 times with exponent x. Okay, so this is our first derivative here. Okay, maybe from now we can sekejap. Let me check. Okay. Okay. And then notice here, the things that we are going to show, it has y on it. So mesti ada terms yang kita boleh jadikan y. So is there anything that we can let it as y, the first term or the second term? Boleh tengok. Okay, yes Grace, memang kita boleh factorkan exponent x, but then we have to check back what we want. We want to show something that doesn't has exponent x, but then it consists of y as a subject ni. Ada y terms. So yes, the second term Fatimah. Sharina, okay, Aina, very good. So memang kena buka mata besar-besar bahawa this is your y. Okay. Maybe kalau you nak factorkan pun boleh, tak ada masalah, but then maybe it will be lengthy lah. Okay. So now we can straight away write down 2ex over 2x plus 1 plus with y. So this is our dy dx. Okay. So finding the second term now. Okay. Finding the second term now. Okay. Before we finding the second term, okay. All right. Okay. So this is the fraction. Nanti mungkin maybe you need you ada ini, and then you bagi option juga. You samakan penyebut 2x plus 1 dy over dx, and you also have 2x plus 1 y. So it's almost there. Almost there kalau you nampak di situ. Okay, now we have the first derivative punya equation, and now let's find for the second derivative, d square y over dx square. Okay. So it's either you finding the second derivative from this or from here. Okay, boleh mana-mana satu. Okay. Okay, if let's say I am choosing this one, so this will be, bear in mind ini adalah two different function where you have to do product rule. Okay, product rule. Okay, so let's do together 2x plus 1, and then the derivative of dy over dx will give you d square y dx square plus with dy over dx multiply with 2. So these two terms here adalah datangnya daripada yang ini. Okay, so warna biru itu. Okay, saya buat kotak sikit. Okay, now I using different color so it become clearer to you. Okay, now equal with, differentiate 2ex. Differentiate 2ex is 2ex. 2 is a constant. And then plus with, now again you have two different function, 2x plus 1y. So this is consists of product rule of two function. So 2x plus 1 differentiate y will give you dy over dx plus with y. Differentiate 2x plus 1 now will give you 2y. Okay. So I repeat again, the blue color is the expansion for blue color, the green box is the expansion for the green box, tapi 2ex ini adalah yang warna pink ni 2ex. Nothing change. Alright. Okay. Nampak rupa macam sama tak? On the left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, seems that yang ini the left hand side is similar with what we have here on the left hand side here. Okay, so this will remain. Okay, so 2x plus 1 d square y over dx square equals to, okay, ini I bawa pergi sebelah sana, it will become negative Okay. But before that, I copy down first all the function plus 2x plus 1 dy over dx plus 2y, and this part here, why we taking out that to the right? Because madam, I want to let it be as this, only this as a subject, left hand side. Okay, so minus with 2 dy over dx. Okay, lagi what else we can do here? Okay, now we expand. We expand on the right hand side and then we see what's going on. Okay, so now 2ex plus 2x dy dx plus dy dx plus 2y minus 2 dy over dx. Is there anything that we can cancel?
Yes,
Ada boleh cancel 2x? Tak ada yang boleh oh, ini dengan ini this one and this one. Tetapi jadi negative 1. It's either you expand and then you cancel, ataupun we have another method which is you factor out dy over dx. Pun boleh juga. Okay, factor out dy dx. Okay, I buat semula factor out dy dx, lagi easier dy over dx. You factor out ini satu geng ni, and then 2x plus 1 minus 2. Plus dengan 2y. Okay, now 2ex plus dy over dx 2x minus 1 plus 2y. Sama ke tidak? Belum lagi? 4x. 4x dy dx. Okay, apa lagi kita boleh buat? 2ex. Panjang ni Cikgu Zanaria, sekejap ya. It takes some time juga untuk menyelesaikan ini. 2ex is basically okay, 2ex. Do we have 2ex here? Sebab tadi kan the function in the question tak ada langsung exponent kan? That's what I mentioned earlier. We have to substitute exponential function. Mana yang ada exponential function ini? Atas sekali ni. Atas sekali 2ex. Okay, this one 2ex ini adalah ini 2ex. Okay, 2ex equals to 2x plus 1 dy over dx. Okay, ini as a subject, so ini pergi bawa sebelah minus dengan 2x plus 1 y. So 2ex itu we substitute 2x plus 1 dy over dx minus 2x plus 1 y. Wow, panjangnya. Okay, plus with something, okay, dy over dx 2x minus 1 plus dy. Okay, I habiskan sikit. Habis masa dah? Okay, sikit lagi. Okay, dy over dx, you factor out this and this function 2x plus 1, and then you factor out 2x minus 1 as well, And then this one 2x minus y plus 2y. Okay, habiskan sikit lagi. Okay student, at least you get the idea. Nanti you buat sendiri. For x, 1 dengan 1 cancel out. Negative 2x plus y. Is it negative 2x plus y? Sekejap. 4x ni dah cantik dah. Negative 2xy minus y. Ada sikit ni. Negative 2xy minus y. Ada careless kat mana? Oh ni 2xy. Okay 2xy. 2xy factor out. 2xy rasanya student dah tak boleh nak concentrate dah tu. Sebab dah terlalu lengthy. Okay 2x y minus y. I pun dah tak boleh nak ni dah teacher. Sekejap 4x tambah.
Okay.
So ini adalah
Factorize.
something here. Nanti you selesaikan memang you akan dapat 2x minus y. Sikit lagi 2x minus 2y. Okay, I think the students can do themselves. Okay, the main things here is finding the first derivative first, and then find the second derivative, and then let your exponential function as your subject, and then you substitute. Okay, you substitute and see what's the question one. Okay.
Okay. Okay, we got
Okay, I'll let
Grace.
you do it yourself.
Okay, right. Okay, we got Grace. We have reached the end of today's class. Thank you, Teacher Wan, for the tips, especially on how to simplify the expression of thing. Okay, students, hopefully you have learned a lot or you have revised a lot from Teacher Wan. Okay, before we end, can all of you click the subscribe button for those who have not subscribed to Teachers One channel and activate the icon bell for further notification for her classes. Once completed, okay students, can you type done for those who have subscribed to Teachers One channel? Tak kisahlah whether you are a subscriber or a new subscriber, please write done in the chat box. Students, can you hear me? Please type done once you have subscribed to Teachers One channel. Nurjana is complaining so hard. It's not hard if you practice some more, okay? Nurjana. Okay, thank you Shazana, done, Fatima, done, Sofia, Nordin, done. Okay, all of you type done. Okay, thank you very much, because we teachers, we feel motivated when students subscribe to our channels, and this will help us to more motivated to do more video lesson. Okay, thank you very much students for giving your support to Teacher Wan. So if you find the lesson beneficial, do not hesitate. Please share with your friends on your social media. Okay, spread and share the goodness. And as a token of a thank you for your dedication for joining this free online class today, the certificate link is given in the chat box. Okay, but please take note. The link will end half an hour after this live. Make sure to use the EDD email only to log in. Incorrect email use will not be entertained. Okay, students? So make sure you use the EDD email. So if you wish to get more information on the online classes, please go to www.academyyoutuber.com. Before we end, let's hear a few words from our host controller, Teacher Im. 1 or 2 words? Teacher Im.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Teacher Im from the channel Teachers Im Maths channel. Well, good luck for your exam, and I hope that you can score A in your mathematics, and we will see you for the next lesson. And when you are in university, still stick on with us, because if you leave us, you might need us during university time. Okay, stay tuned. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Im. So once again, I would like to thank all of the students for joining today's class. You are awesome. You have already responded to all the questions being posed to you. That was great. So Feel free to share these free tuition classes to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. Remember, this is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia for all the students throughout the country. And thank you too for being a YouTuber Academy supporter. So before I end, I would like to wish all the best in your exam. And like Teacher Im says, I hope that you score good grades. In fact, scoring A's in your exam. Okay, so I think that's about all for now. See you again in the next section. Ingat hashtag bermula percuma selamanya percuma. And for the Muslim, selamat berbuka puasa nanti. Okay, bye. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Tuition online percuma. Tuition online percuma. Layari www.academyyoutuber bagi mengikuti tuition online secara percuma. Prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, semua ada di Akademi YouTuber. Rujuk jadual di laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com. Semoga masa terluang anak-anak anda diisi dengan sebaiknya. Tuition online percuma, mestilah Akademi YouTuber.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.